Hello. I am sitting here feeling very different from last week. I've been a little bit ill, but also I came to a resolution around a pattern that was playing out in my life. It come up to be seen, to be healed, and I took action. I was guided to work with one of two people, which I did, and I'm feeling really, really good. Removed a huge amount of frustration. And yeah, I'm just feeling like at peace in terms of being in the right place, surrendering to how long things are taking that I'm trying to create and manifest. And it's a really important part for me of life is being able to take ownership and responsibility of actually what is going on in my life. Is it a me thing where I have to say, okay, this is strange. Like, why is everyone coming at me aggressively for no discernible reason? When you can notice a pattern like that and then go, oh, it's a me thing. So what is it? And then I got it was frustration, and that's when I could change things. That's when I could go, I get it. And I knew that because I was working through parts of me that weren't allowing me to surrender. And then I'm wondering why these people are so angry. And I'm like, they're reflecting back to me those parts, and that's key. Then it's whether you can do the work yourself. I won't go through a list of things you can do, but there's plenty of options. If you know whether it's breath work, I don't know, going for a run, whatever works for you to really move that energy and let go of it. Or you work with someone who you know is good at what they do, and that's what I did. And I'm just feeling very blessed and really grateful. And yeah, just looking forward to channel. I've been a little bit ill, so let's see how it goes. As always, I don't know what they're going to talk about. I don't even know what I'm going to talk about. Genuinely, I'm just showing up and seeing what happens and just being a humble. I don't want to say the word servant, but yeah, I'm just a humble servant for Nova and whatever they wish to speak on. I do my best, and that's all I can do. So let's hand over the metaphorical mic and see what they've got to say. Good. We are, of course, always grateful to have the opportunity to speak. We are always grateful for your presence, Jake, and that is important. Now, firstly, we will speak about the frustration Jake was experiencing. For there is a great deal to be picked apart, and it will be useful for anyone who decides to listen to us and indeed into Jake. This is a collaboration. You are not a servant, and he is well aware that that is the case. So, firstly, Jake was experiencing a lot of frustration in his life, and he wasn't understanding quite why he wasn't able to really let go. He's been told numerous times the need to surrender to allow things to flow into his life, and the parts of him that wanted to control weren't very happy about this. They were getting very frustrated, and they were doing their best to hold on to the energy. Now, he had a powerful dream where he saw that there was layers of protection that were limiting his ability to get in and heal parts that needed healing. These adaptations, they manifested in the dream as the FBI. They were blocking him. They were not allowing him to access what he needed to. And so he quickly realized what was happening. He was able to discern what the dream message was, and he took the action that was necessary. Now, this is somewhat of a three-step process. First, you need the awareness. You need to understand that something is playing out in your life. Then the second step is, what is it? What's going on? You need to have a level of understanding and awareness of what it is. And then thirdly, it is, well, I will take action. Now listen to our words. I will take action. We wish for you to always be empowering yourself. The action is your own. Simply watching a pattern playing out and doing nothing is surrendering to the pattern being there. You must have awareness of what is going on and why, and then take the action to change it. That is your free will. When the things are up and you see them, you perceive them in your reality, as Jake was, they were being projected externally. He chose, I don't want to live this way. I don't want to be frustrated. I will choose the other. I will choose peace. I will choose surrender. I will choose flow. And that is why he feels this way currently, until the next pattern surfaces. It is somewhat of a never-ending cycle in this reality for those of you that are showing up to do this work, where you are here on the healing journey. Now there has been, we will say, an increase in speed on the planet for this kind of work, and that is why it is ever so prevalent at this moment. And you must understand that it is not that you are being picked upon or you are being beaten up, it is that you are cleaning and clearing so much quicker than you could previously. Something that would take 9 months to come up is now coming up within the week, and you are working through things at a quick and ready pace, and this is good. The more you are able to clean and clear yourself, the more you will shift and change your reality, thus changing the collective. And that is what we are here to shout from the rooftops. We want you to work on yourself, because you change yourself for the better. You're bringing more light into your being, you are operating more from your soul, and then the earth, the collective, all starts to operate with more light, more from its soul, more from a higher vantage point, if you prefer. It is key that you, if you are listening to us, you begin to really take notice of what is playing out in your life. It is key for you to find tools and ways of dealing with whatever may arise. Now, in the future, we will talk more about different tools or exercises that can be utilized. But as we are here as guides, and we wish to always empower you, those of you with the intuitive faculties, a little bit more tuned up, a little bit more, shall we say, practiced, it is important you trust yourself to start taking the action you need, to start trusting your own feeling in your body, to trust your heart, to trust what action you can and will take. Should I go here? Should I work with this person or that person? You will not always get a message from spirit that says yes or no. We don't like to hold up signs like that, we would say. We don't like to tell you what to do. But what we do like to do is say, if you turn left here, it may be a good choice. If you'll go to this place, it may be a good choice. And it is for you to really discern what you want to do, always. Your free will is absolute paramount, and we honor it always. You are driving the car. But you can also put on autopilot and relax and allow your soul to drive. And simply say, I would like to go this way. And your soul go, good, go that way. But if you go that way, we may need you to do the X, Y, and Z. We might need to heal a few things for you to go that way. If you knew that, you probably wouldn't turn that way in the first place. And so it's important, again, for you to understand that you are making choices. Your soul is always shifting and changing what it is you are trying to create. It's very much a collaboration, just as this channel is a collaboration. We could speak somewhat clairaudiently to some people who listen this, but most of you would not receive our message. At the moment, a primary way for spirit to work through people is through this form of light trance channeling. Jake has agreed that he will work very much in a light trance, and he's still learning, and that is good. And it is important for us to share that there are those that will start to operate almost in a 2-channel frame, where they are able to communicate almost simultaneously with their consciousness and a spirit consciousness, a channeled source like ourselves. Things are always moving and changing. Things are always evolving, particularly in these times where the energy is spiraling in a much quicker way. There is a huge movement of energy happening collectively, and particularly as we move into the end of this year, going into 2025, you will all start to see a lot of things being projected outwardly and externally, because it needs to be seen. It needs to be claimed in a new way. It needs for you all to decide what is right and what is wrong, what you wish to experience or not to experience as a collective. And as we said, you work on yourself, the collective will change. You change yourself. Who you are as a being A being of light, a being of love, a being of frustration, if that is your choice, is what will manifest for you and then externally. If 100% of the people in the population decides that they wish to experience frustration, it would be a very frustrating reality that you operate in. Now, we know this is not always conscious, of course. That is why you need to do this work, as we have said. Look in the mirror. Look at yourself, honestly. And that's the tricky part, because you cannot always be honest with yourself. And that is why you must work in collaboration, work in communities, work in circles where you sit and reflect back to each other. And have those who have no, we would say, bets on the horse, who would win the race. Because they will be able to give a perspective that isn't muddied by wanting or desiring a specific outcome. So, as an example, if Jake wishes to buy a house, he may say, well, I've seen it in a dream. I know this house is mine. He goes to a healer or a psychic friend and they say, it's not the right house for you. I can see something different for you. He may be holding on to something a lot tighter than is needed. And he has stake in the fact that he would want that house. And so it is important that you work with others, because they will be able to see your blind spots more clearly. Good. Now, we will say this before we go. If you are noticing patterns, but you are not aware of what is playing out, ask for more guidance in a way you will understand. And wait to receive the messages. Good. We are Nova. We are very much part of what is happening here collectively and individually. We wish to teach you what it means to be a soul in a body, what it means to be the light that you are, what it means to be the gifts that you are, to embody the being that you are in the most brightest, most vibrant, most authentic way. We thank you. We thank you if you've listened this far. We are grateful for your precious time. Thank you. Well, it sounds like we got some work to do. Yeah. I don't have much to say. I'm just going to leave it there. I'm just going to thank anyone who has listened this far. And I'll just say again, I'm just so grateful for the opportunity to share Nova. And yeah, if you're interested in booking a one-on-one session or a remote reading, just go to my website. There's a link on my YouTube profile. And yeah, thank you so much. I really, really appreciate it.